Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is T-Time Dota. I'm bringing to you the 2015 edition of the inaugural winter season. This is a tournament hosted by PK Dota. I am joined by one of the PK Dota legends himself. I have Tor from Team Incognito. Tor, how are you doing? You might have your open mic turned off. Oh, okay, hello. It's good to have you here, man. But moving straight into who's playing who. Unfortunately, the teams forgot to put on their team tags. So we have PPB against, I believe it's Team Envy Gaming. Some teams who are pretty high up in the Pakistani scene. Envy, of course, not as well known, but they are rushing to that point where they look to be a formidable opponent. But Radiant banning out the Bristleback off the bat, and Dire taking out the Batrider. Both teams focusing a bit on the offlaners. Now, I know you've played with a few of these players on the PPB tour, so tell me, what's in their mindset while they're banning Bristleback first pick?
Well, mostly they just ban the heroes that they think the other team is most comfortable with. So right now I'm pretty sure both teams don't have a strategy in mind, but so let's see.
And who needs a strategy when you have a Juggernaut, man? I mean, that's the story of pubs anyway. But Stormspirit being banned out, Juggernaut being picked up, two heroes very potent in the current metagame. Despite the constant nerfs to Juggernaut, he's still a formidable force to be dealt with. And 1.5, I believe, base attack speed, just something that goes out of control with the Master Madness and with the good early snowball.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably one of the strongest heroes in the current meta as well. So.
Of course, and Storm just one of those heroes who's so good against him, being banned out by the Dire themselves, so unfortunately they won't really have that resource to be able to orchid down the Juggernaut before he spins to be able to burst him down before a fight, and that's something to be a bit concerned about as they pick up a Vengeful Spirit, though one of the other heroes who's very strong in the current metagame, and I believe it was top picked and banned for about 5 weeks in the competitive scene. So, I mean, not a very surprising pick coming out. Earthshaker, though, slightly more so. Of course, it's very good against the Juggernaut in terms of just zoning him out. Very good with the Fissure in terms of zoning out melee carries. Plus, if the Juggernaut gets on the wrong side with an Omni Slash and his team suddenly is away from him because of a good Fissure, then the team fight completely turns around.
I'm surprised PPB went for 2 supports though in the first 2 picks. They really don't have any flexibility in the lanes. Oh yeah, sorry, I get confused because of the tags.
No, it's perfectly fine. It happens, and it happened to me too in the beginning. But Oka Major being picked up, bit of an oddball pick. I mean, even now I feel like they're really limiting their lanes. Now Oka Major was a support who we saw like rise to popularity in a few months back, but because they nerfed the range of the stun, just became considerably less potent as a ganker. And although it's still pretty strong, I mean, I have to say that their lanes aren't amazing so far, but hopefully they get a good support. They maybe get something that can roam well early on, and maybe something like a Lion. Of course, Lion being one of those very XP hungry supports.
I totally agree, but I think, like I said before, right now I think the teams are just picking what they're most comfortable with. So I guess Ogre, somebody plays really good Ogre or something.
At some point you just have to get down to it, especially when in the Pakistani scene, you know, where people know each other on such a personal level. Like, I know against you I would definitely ban out Stormspirit myself, man. I've seen your Storm. I mean, let's just say it's quite something. But Tinker and Razor being banned out by the Radiant, and looks like they're fearing a particular middle player. I'm not even sure who the mid player is for Envy, but I guess he's formidable indeed, as TA and Clockwork are the bans coming up from the Dire. Clockwork, of course, one of those amazing initiators, one of those offlaners who just goes up and down in the metagame, but never really goes out of the metagame. Like with the hookshot, with the initiation going through BKB, it is simply phenomenal. But I don't know how good of a ban it is over here, because the Radiant already having a bit of a melee heavy lineup, and sometimes that Clockwork can work against you. Maybe another offlaner would have been better banned, but you never know. They're moving into the reserve time though now, and at this point they need to pick up a core, and I think they should really go for a carry over here and just get one of those good heroes out of the pool. Maybe go for a Shadow Fiend. Honestly, they've got really good defensive supports, they've got good TP support in the Vengeful Spirit, they've got good rotation, and yep, there's a Shadow Fiend right there. Yep, just putting it out there, man. I'm just putting it out there. It's just such a feeling of satisfaction, you know, when you're in a draft, it's like suddenly a Shadow Fiend pops out.
Yeah. And now
but of course it's not that surprising. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's the support I was talking about. Just they need a support who can gank early on, who can solo gank, and Skyrat, one of those supports who, although has been kind of fallen all out of the metagame, it's still definitely a very potent support.
Yeah, and it's a good pick for the Radiant side as it gives them some long range initiation as well with the Dire Slope. I mean, with the Skyrat Slope.
Of course.
So,
but really, what I'm concerned right now is that Skyrim Mage really he's not completely reliant on it, but he needs his level 6, and to get that he needs either early rotations or complete space to pull. And at this point, if you don't rotate on the Shadow Fiend, he's going to basically decimate any mid laner you pick. Like, even if you go for one of those lane dominator style Queen of Pains, it's not going to do that well against the Shadow Fiend 1v1 once he gets up some souls, once he gets up some damage, and suddenly even a Queen of Pain, who's typically known as one of the strongest laners in the game, just falls off like that.
yeah, that's true, because SF normally just 2 raises made, goes to the jungle, rinse, repeat, throttle.
Exactly.
So, it's not in the lane most of the time, so even if you take him...
He's going to out-farm you all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But what do you think the Dire should be like going for over here? I'm assuming it's going to be a Blink Yule's Shadow Fiend, so maybe they need a bit of a physical damage coming up, but no, it looks like it might be a safe lane Shadow Fiend or an off lane Invoker. Interesting. Invoker is one of those heroes who has fallen off considerably.
Yeah. It's probably a safe lane in Shadow Fiend though, I think.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you know what could work really well over here? I think an Exort Invoker on the safe lane could work really well, because the Dire just has such good supports in to rotate around and help set up with some Sunstrike kills, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But it depends if
not
they want...
that. Oh, Queen of Pain. Putting it out there, man. But before we quickly move into the 5th pick, I have a quick announcement to make. We're doing a small giveaway, and basically there's a treasure chest for the first person to post the following sequence in the PDC guild. It's Inaug Summer 15, INAUG SUMMER 15. So just go post that right now. The first person to post it will win a treasure chest completely on the house. So go. But meanwhile, we ban out the Faceless Blood. So they're expecting a bit of an really, I mean, I'm not entirely sure about these picks, honestly. Like, a Morphling, I mean, they've got 2 silences. Assuming Queen of Pain goes for an Orchid, they've got 2 silences. Like, that's an automatic no for a Morphling.
I think PPB should just
get... they banned out the Faceless Void as well.
Yeah, I think we should just get a strong off-laner like Undying or something. And they really need to end this game quickly, because...
Oh yeah, the late game's here already. I mean, they've got some good late game themselves, but honestly, what I'm like kind of weirded out by is like they banned out a Faceless Void, and Morphling is one of those heroes who's actually pretty good against the Void. You get Chrono Spirit, you just morph up some strength.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is slightly odd, of course.
Faceless Void normally syncs up well with the Skyrat Mage ulti, Queen of Pain, AoE damage, and as well as Juggernaut ulti as well, so I guess that's the reason why they banned it.
So, I mean, there is some synergy, I suppose, but really the Morphling pick seems kind of shaky, but I'm assuming this is an off-lane Invoker then, and it's going to be a hard lane for him. Ogre Magi, Skyrat Mage, both of these heroes very good at harassing out off-lane heroes, because Ogre Magi with his high armor, with his high base regen, he can just trade so effectively, and Skyrat Mage with the Arcane Bolts, it's just such a pain to deal with as an off-laner. It's completely impossible. Of course, Invoker does have Quas points to rely on for some regen, so he does have that going for him, but he's still not going to be able to do too much, and Venomancer being the offlaner of choice for the Radiant. What do you think about the Veno pick? Like, you mentioned an Undying and you mentioned trying to end it early game. Do you think the Veno kind of accommodates the same thing with his wards, with his early game presence, with his good nuking capabilities? Well, not really nuking, but slowing capabilities.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll probably be maxing his ward and he'll be looking to push. But I really don't think going aggressive against the Dire going aggressive against this lineup is really good idea because Juggernaut is gonna own that lane no matter what you do. They're gonna get kills in that lane. So
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. I think it's
moving into the introductions. On the Dire side, we do have Team Envy Gaming and no chance picking up the safe lane Invoker. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of an off-lane Morphling. So Blitzerine on the Pencil Spirit, Earthshaker being played up by Zedis Bug, and Blizzard on the Shadow Fiend going up middle lane, and finally the off-lane Morphling already morphing up strength, getting to the maximum strength possible before he goes into the lane. While on the Radiant side, I'll let you do the introductions.
Yeah, on the Radiant we have Queen of Pain, Amu playing Queen of Pain, and then we have Ogre. We have Ogre Light 55, and Sky's match is going to be played by PPB 222, and on the Joint will be playing. I think
hold that down. Stop playing. Joint playing up on the Venom match. Might be going down as he gets stunned up, blocked to the side, and unfortunately, Benj just chooses not to pursue, and he's going to be able to live. He might have actually been forced to use a solve if nothing else, if Benj had gotten in a few more auto attacks, but that's unfortunate. Sorry I interrupted you, but Amu, I mean, I hear you got 6k from what I could tell, so you know, you never know. The Shadow Fiend playing up against a 6k player.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he, like, third person from podcast stuff to do?
Yeah, but I really don't think they could have picked something else besides the Veno as an off-lane. I don't think Veno can apply that much pressure as an Undying or a Timbersaw can.
Oh yeah, I agree as that, and as we talk about that, Veno might be going down over here. He gets a Gale up, but he's getting body blocked up by Blitzerini. He's letting the Invoker get the right click for the Midas goal, and yes he does as he gets first blood just under a minute in. Oh, Blink aggressively by Queen of Pain in the middle lane though. Blizzard might be going down over here, but he does not have the Scream, so it's just some harass. But will he go down to take damage? No, he won't. He has his bottle up and ready. He has some tangos up and ready. Meanwhile though, in the bottom lane, the Morphling sitting on just a little bit above level 1. I mean, not having a good time at all. And like I said, these two supports really good at just zoning the offlaner out. You have to be a little bit worried though. The Shadow Fiend is getting his souls up and ready. He has 5 last hits already, of moving up to 4 souls, and he went raises first, so unfortunately for him, he didn't get the entirety of the soul, but he did get an early bottle, which is good for him against the Queen of Pain. He really does need it in this matchup. Oh, missing the last hit despite the raise, so bit unfortunate. But what about the Dire supports? Like, do you think they should be focusing on rotating on this Queen of Pain, rotating and, you know, winning the Shadow Fiend's lane for him, or just farming up like they are right now? Because really these feel like supports who need to gank, who need to get something done.
Yeah, but they'll probably wait for till SF gets his level 3 raise or something like that, because I really think even if they go now to kill them or something or apply pressure, they really can't bring Queen of Pain down that easily. Need a little bit more nuking damage before they consider it.
Of course, but oh, bottom lane, Morphling was getting going on, but he did manage to TP out back to the tier 1 tower to be safe, almost hitting level 2, but really this Morphling not getting much at all, and same can be said for Sephu on the top lane. Both these offlaners are being starved out, but I think in the end the point is that the Venomancer just offers a lot more with much fewer levels.
Yeah, but I think Morphling is going to get more out of this lane than Veno is. Because
really, I mean,
it's an
Venge lane. It's a pretty hard lane for a Venomancer.
Yeah, but the dashboards are pulling pretty efficiently. I don't see make up by the creep wave. The Radiant creep wave is right next to the Dire tower, so Morphling is going to get easy levels in this lane, probably a bit of farm too, much more than the Veno I expect.
That's true, but unfortunately Morphling really needs it too. Like, Morphling would really like to get up that level 4 adaptive strike, and just that 1 point up in his ultimate. Oh, middle lane though is going to be going down. Blizzard, despite the D-Dune, with the good rotation coming up from the Radiant supports, does go down. And that's Ogre Magic claiming the last hit, and that's just some space going out towards the bottom lane Morphling. Good small coming out, slightly surprised that it wasn't seen. Of course, the Shadow Fiend was standing in a fairly defensive position, but when you have gankers like the Scarlet Mage, they have lanes like Queen of Pain with a significant slow coming out from the Shadow Strike. Like, a lot of people forget about that, but it does count for a lot when you're making a gank. Oh, bottom lane though, the Morphling might be going down, 200 HP left. He is not wave farming away just yet. He gets denied by Roshan. Well played by him, unfortunately not spending his gold before he died though. Meanwhile though, these dire supports really not doing too much after that first blood on the Venomancer. Sure, they're pulling well, they're establishing good lane control, but really with the Invoker should be fine in this lane, especially since he does have those phase boots up and ready, and they could try and get some rotations out now that the Shadow Fiend does have that level 3 raise that you talked about early on. Especially considering that there is this Sunstrike coming in from the Invoker. Of course, he's not level 5 just quite yet, but in a few seconds, in just about one more creep, he will be, and he will have that 200 pure damage coming out from his nuke as well. And speaking of ganks, Zed's Bug is rotating around. There are no wards coming out from the Radiant side, and of course, it is nighttime, so Amu needs to be really careful over here. So far, the Shadow Fiend not really having a good time. That gank really didn't help him at all either. But at this point, the Radiant supports choose to smoke up again, and Ogre Magi is going for a Soul Ring. I was a bit worried that might be a Midas recipe. That would have been terrifying. A 5 minutes Midas recipe on an Ogre Magi. But Shadow Fiend pushing out the lane, and they might just go for a gank right here, and yes they will. Life 55 gets the stun up on him, but there's going to be a fissure. It catches out the Queen of Pain, and the Sunstrike does go out onto PPB, but in the end Blizzard's might be going down. Yes, he will be, as the Queen of Pain ultimate goes out. There is no more mana on Amu, but they will try to pursue. They will not get any more, but no, wait, the stun coming out onto Barlos. Barlos will be able to get away. He does have the waveform up and ready for Vengeful Spirit. TPing in right now, another fissure coming out, getting Amu on the wrong side, and that's going to be it. 3 people rotated in, the Shadow Fiend goes down regardless, and a lot of wasted time coming out from the Dire. That's Morphling wasting a lot of potential XP, that's Morphling wasting a lot of potential space, and not only does the Shadow Fiend go down, but his team suffers because of it as well.
Yeah, that was a really big win for Radiant right there. I mean, Venom got space on top, they got 2 kills, and on top of that, Russia just has a free lane down, so I hope Radiant can really capitalize on this momentum.
Mystical middle lane as the stun did come out from the Earthshaker with a few raises coming out from the Shadow Fiend, and really that's the kind of rotation they need to get back in this game. The Shadow Fiend now looking at about 29 souls already, so he's maxed out his souls once again due to that kill, and hopefully he should be able to get back into the game with that and a few stacks coming out from him. What do you think you should go for over here? Is this a Blink Yules game, or is this like a more old school Midas BKB game?
I think he's probably going to go Blink Yules because they don't have that many stuns apart from the Ogre stun, and you really need to be face up right into the Ogre to get stunned by him. So I think it's a pretty decent Blink Yules game.
Especially since the range new. But like, I think the only real issue with the BKB over here, with the Blink Yules over here, is that if you mess it up even a bit, Queen of Pain will be able to blink out, Juggernaut will be able to spin. And those are those are really the 2 heroes who you want to nuke down before a team fight starts. And really, how useful is the Blink Yules going to be, is my question. Like, it's really good in defensive purposes though, don't get me wrong. So Shadow Fiend will have a good time over there. Hold that thought as Vengeful Spirit is rotating in for joint on the top lane, as Juggernaut got a kill on bottom lane. Yep, stun coming out, magic missile along with the cold snap, and Joint's going to be going down over here. Last hit going out to Invoker, so not only is he getting the highest CS on the board, he's also gotten 2 kills including a first blood, so sitting comfortably at the top of the net. Red Sharp, middle lane, Amu though going down to about 100 HP. Sunstrike coming in, will he get it? No, jukes it out, and the power of a 6K player right there, man. Well played by Amu.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this, but Invoker's Midas recipe has been on the courier for the past 2 minutes. I don't know if he realizes this himself, but this could be pretty costly for him.
Maybe, you know, there's this glitch that comes sometimes that you have it queued up, but if you put it on the courier, middle lane, suddenly Amu gets a nuke onto the Earthshaker. Earthshaker not respecting the Queen of Pain's nuke damage, and that's a mistake he won't make again. But yeah, this Invoker Midas, man, is like getting it delivered to him right now, and that's pretty unfortunate. He couldn't have had it by about 6 minutes or so, I reckon, with the good early farm that he had, with the good early CS that he is sitting at 71 in 9 minutes with 2 kills, and that is a very, very impressive score. But bottom lane though, this Morphling not getting too much, not getting all that he needs really. I mean, Morphling really one of those heroes who likes to get the Soul Ring up, who likes to get the Tranquils up. I don't know if he's going to go for a Soul Ring though, since he has got enough bottom himself, but you never know. It is of course a very good item to get on the support-ish Morphling. Invoker though sitting at 1500 gold, looks like he's going for a 4-staff, already having picked up the Staff of Wizardry. What do you think about a 4-staff? Don't you think an Orchid would be really good this game? Because there's a Queen of Pain, there's a Juggernaut.
I think he'll probably go use for the Silence and Venom ulti. Probably. And for the Juggernaut ulti as well. He doesn't want.
Honestly, I think that if he went for a quick Orchid after the Midas, then that would be really, really amazing this game. Like Juggernaut, Queen of Pain, Venomancer, if you get any one of these heroes down before an actual team fight, suddenly your team fight becomes so much weaker for the Radiant. Like that's a Queen of Pain's massive burst damage gone, that's Venomancer's ulti, Venomancer's control with the wards gone down, and Juggernaut of course with his high base, with his high damage and Omni Slash. If you manage to get those out of the fight, and suddenly the fight is practically won for you.
Yeah, that's true. But the Dire lack is burst damage though. You don't really have quick burst. But Radiant is all about the burst. Queen of Pain.
They have a nice long range.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, Radiant definitely has them covered in burst, but I think with the long range Fissure coming in, with even the vent stun, things like that, that should be enough to be able to burst down a Queen of Pain, a Mask of Madness, Juggernaut pretty easily, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree. They really need to pick off somebody before the fight starts. Because if the fight breaks out, I think if Radiant initiate the fight, there's 100% chances because they're going to win it. Because they'll easily take out one hero from the fight, probably two.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, speaking of Mask of Madness, Juggernaut already having picked his up, and a Yasha already sitting in the stash, so he's doing well for himself. And Light might be swapped in over here, but no, Vengeful Spirit does not have level 6 yet. Nice Fissure coming out, getting Light up, but unfortunately the Silence coming out with Vengeful Spirit from the Sky Mage, well played, and not allowing them to get another stun out onto the Ogre Mage. That could have been a casualty coming out on the supports, but a heads up play coming out from 222 to be able to get them out of trouble. Meanwhile, the Morphling has picked up his Tranquil Boots that I mentioned before, and a Void Stone, so maybe a Lincoln Sphere, but I don't know how good Lincoln Sphere would be this game, honestly. I mean, it's good against Omni Slash. Okay, I missed a fight. Omni Slash goes out on the bottom lane, and Juggernaut getting a kill onto Blitzerine, but trading for a Vengeful Spirit. So he's trading for an Ogre Mage. Did Invoker get the Sunstrike kill, or did he have to TP in for that? I know he TP'd in, but did he get the kill with the Sunstrike?
The Rush got the kill.
No,
sorry.
Oh, I mean on the Ogre Mage. Did you check the damage logs?
He got the kill with the Sunstrike, yeah.
Well, I mean, bit of a wasted TP then, which is slightly unfortunate. But stun coming up. Is this TP wasted or not? As the Sunstrike now come once again. Rush, unfortunately, evading it, but getting bursted down anyway. Cold Snap comes out to life 55, but they do not have vision. It's nighttime, so they can't pursue any more. But that's not going to stop him. He has a Yule Scepter, he has Phase Boots, and he has a will to pursue and kill. Top lane though, ultimate being charged up, and boom! Venomancer gets disintegrated. Nice Invis Rune coming out from the Shadow Fiend, and Seth is not a happy banana. And then looks like Dire is going to be getting a tier 1, and this is really what they needed. And Shadow Fiend getting farm up top lane, they might even be able to get some damage out onto the top tier 1. Bottom tier 1 is going to be going down almost for certainty with the Earthshaker Echo Slam. Oh, not the Echo Slam, I mean the Enchant Totem could be used to secure the last hit. It's always so satisfying when my carries are all fighting over there. They're stuttering their attacks, and suddenly Enchant Totem. Boom. Maybe this is why I'm not 5k yet, guys. Top lane though, Seraphine still sieging up this tower, and looks like not only are they getting good pickoffs, they're even going to be able to get 2 towers, or at least get one tower and 1 deny. Yep, Amu blinking in. You should be able to get the deny pretty easily, but there's 3 people already rotating, so Dire backing up pretty wisely as Invoker is in mid lane, split pushing away with the Forge Spirits. He did go for the Yule Scepter that you did mention, so heads up color over there, but it's pretty good against the Juggernaut too. I mean, if you Omnislash and you use yourself.
Yeah, and against Venom and against the Silence, it's a very good utility item this game.
Of course.
Plus,
I mean, he's farming really well, so he should be able to get a Orchid pretty soon if he wants to. Juggernaut though, sitting on about 1,000 gold. His farm has slowed down a little bit since that death on the bottom lane. Pinks come out from the middle tier 1 tower though for the Radiant, and smoked up behind the Queen of Pain is everyone of the Radiant. Oh, TP coming in from over here, Yule's up from the Blizzard. Well, Venomax ulti coming in. Gale catching on 2, Morphling waveform though, getting the kill on the Ogre Mage as Queen of Pain blinking in aggressively for the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Now he's in trouble though. Will he be able to live? No, he will not. One last raid coming out from Blizzard. Does get the kill and the deny. While Venomax goes down, and what looked to be a really good engagement coming out from the Radiant turns out to be a very disastrous one as all the TPs come in, even the tower getting denied in the end. Joined had a pretty good Gale over there, wanted 2 pretty good ultimate, but in the end it just wasn't enough. There was just too much burst damage coming out with the Invoker, with the Shadow Fiend Requiem being used and everything.
Yeah, the fissure really got them out. They weren't really kill them off.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a bit shocked by the Earthshaker's positioning. Queen of Pain blinking in a bit too aggressively, and because of the Fissure not being able to do too much, but Juggernaut Rush using his ultimate in the middle lane just to get revenge for that Fissure and quickly get a pick off. Looks like he's going for a Basher next. Joint though, farming up that goal for the mechanism, unfortunately didn't have it in the last fight, otherwise that could have been a completely different fight with an extra 250 HP boost. Maybe they should just wait for the mechanism before attempting to take more and more fights like that. But in the meanwhile, Morphling has picked up his Soul Ring, has picked up his Tranquil boost, and has picked up the levels he needs to be pretty much effective throughout the game now. He does have that 4.25 second stun by now, and really that's when Morphling as an offlane position shines. PPB though might be getting a silence on his Morphling. No, gets stunned up. That's a 4.25 second stun. Oh, Sunstrike coming out as well. Bursted down, and Morphling being tickled by the Ogre Mage as stun. So what do you think about this Aghanim Scepter build on the Queen of Pain in this game? I mean, sure, the burst is good and everything, but is it really what they need? Maybe they need something more of an Orchid for the Invoker, who is so farm. Of course, he does have a Yule Scepter already picked up, but could be potentially a good item.
Yeah, they needed it, but now since the Yule's up, so it would have. If he had gone for it, it would have been a bad item right now, because since they have Yules, it would be pointless. He wouldn't be able to gank for important Yules. So I guess it's a good thing he went for Scepters instead of for Yules.
Honestly, I mean, I think he kind of needs a BKB this game. There's just so much disable coming out from the Dire side. There's a Morphling 4-second stun, there's a Vengeful Spirit, there's the Earthshaker. Even the Invoker Close Snap is pretty significant when you're trying to blink away and your animation just keeps getting cancelled. And that is like a level 4 quest, so that does a lot. So maybe Queen of Pain just needs to get the
yeah, for sure. Even Juggernaut most probably will be getting a BKB. Even Juggernaut most probably will getting a BKB, because if once Invoker gets a BKB, the only physical damage that Radiant has is Juggernaut ult. So, and if Juggernaut's spinning, he's probably not going to do any physical damage during the BKB. So I think Juggernaut needs to get a BKB as well.
I mean, he does really need it, especially since once he gets out of that spin, suddenly he becomes really susceptible to all the burst damage in the Mask of Madness form. So, with the Shadow Fiend, with the Invoker, with so many things to deal so much damage, he really does need to be concerned. While we wait though, the game's gonna a little bit stale, but you know what never gets stale, man? Giveaways, they never get stale. Especially when Maul keeps spamming me to tell everyone about the amazing giveaway that we have. We're giving away a free treasure chest. Go to the PDC guild chat, type out Inaug Summer 15, that's INAUGSUMMER 15, and the first person who posts it will be getting a free treasure chest. I believe we will have this giveaway one more time after this, so if you miss it out, then don't worry. But you know what, we're not going to miss Dire smoking into Roshan, but it looks like Radiant might be catching them out at the exact same time. Rush going in, smoke gets revealed, and he goes in like a man, and he is a man indeed as he only slashes in. Bash comes out, and then Invoker, Invoker mega kill streak going down. Blitzerine gets silenced up by the Skylight Mage, and Rush getting the healing ward out, and Morphling waveforming away. Unfortunately, Skylight ulti being used up. Swap coming out from the Venge. Oh, nice Echo Slam coming out. Huge ultimate from the Queen of Pain. Join going to be going down towards the Juggernaut, and suddenly Shadow Fiend gets one more triple kill coming out for Blizzard, and might be an ultra, but no. Earthshaker getting the last hit onto that. They're not going to get the Roshan, but they are going to be able to get a huge team fight on the Roshan pit. The only survivor from the Skylight Mage who TPs away.
I can't tell you how important that bash was from Juggernaut. If Invoker got the Yules off, I think Dire win this battle 5-0. But since they picked up, even though they killed off Invoker without Invoker contributing.
Without Invoker contributing anything, you're completely right. Your mic kind of cut off for a second there. But basically what he's saying is that they killed Invoker, yeah, but he didn't get anything off, but in the end, they still had to expend an Omni Slash for it, and that's a lot of their current damage. And Queen of Pain got a nice ult off and everything, but Juggernaut had already gone down by then, and nice Blink Dagger timing coming out from the Earthshaker. Huge Echo Slam, changing the fight completely, along with the Blink Requiem from the Shadow Fiends. Well played by the Earthshaker over there. He has been making the plays so far. He's been getting the good fissures off and everything, and really Bug has been the MVP of the game so far for me, and thankfully Tor has reconnected, and I do have my lovely co-caster. Do I have my lovely co-caster?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry about it, man. It's perfectly fine. It's to be expected. It happens sometimes. But at this point, look at Radiant's positioning, man. Like, oh, casual Shadow Strike coming out from the Queen of Pain, but look at Radiant's positioning and their vision. They have absolutely no vision across the river. They've got some nice wards around the Roshan pit, but that's not too beneficial when there's no Roshan. Well, I mean, there is a Roshan, but they can't really contest it at this point. Like, if you look over towards the experience bounty, it's about 11,000 in favor of the Dire. It's 7,500 in favor, gold in favor of the Dire, and that's going to be going up and up and up as Invoker picking off this tier 2 tower, or at least chipping it down significantly as TP in comes from the Ochre. Light 55 doing what he can, trying to be the savior that his team needs. But if you look at how they're farming, they're just so conservative. They're squeezed up in their own jungle, and they can't venture outside onto the lanes. They can't venture into the enemy jungle. They need to get a pick off, and they need to get the momentum swinging their way. Otherwise, they're going to be losing this farm more heavily. As we look over to the net worth chart, top 2 are Dire. Close behind is Juggernaut, but Amu on the Queen of Pain is nowhere in the vicinity. He's 4,000 gold behind the net worth leaders, as Blizzard getting another kill onto Ogre Magi with the BKB being used. I don't know if that's worth it, man. BKB for an Ogre Magi? 10-second BKB for an Ogre Magi.
I don't think you needed it though. But better safe than sorry.
It's true. I suppose. Well, I think really using both the BKB and the Requiem, I mean, I would be pretty happy as Radiant with that. Like, Ogre not really the most significant hero at this point, but oh, Yules coming out from the Invoker, and unfortunately not enough to get just a 5k player. I mean, Amu over there by Cold Snap coming out to join. Join's going to be going down as an exchange. He's going to be paying for their insane, but never mind. Blitzerine, huge Echo Slam coming in. Amu goes down, so does Skylight, so does the Venomancer, and suddenly Bug, man, MVP this game so far, and beautiful Echo Slam, beautiful fissure coming out. But really, this Earthshaker play has been spot on, man. Morphling in the meanwhile though, just farming up his next item. I don't even know what you go on to support Morphling. I mean, offlane Morphling, honestly. Do you have any idea? Could you help a brother out over here?
Yeah, he's probably gonna go for a dagger or something.
I mean, honestly, I'm new to this offlane morphling metagame. PKB being picked up by the Juggernaut though, and he is sleeping back and he's ready to fight. He has his Omni Slash up and ready, but he does not have his Mask Commanders off cooldown, and that's a lot of his attack speed down the drain. He smokes up though, he's getting ready to go in as a casual meteor coming out onto 222, but the mechanism keeping him alive, keeping him healthy, and getting him away to safety. Oh, Sunstrike going out though, will he get it? No, juked by 222, and PPB has had some nice Sunstrike jukes, Amu on the rune at the top lane and everything, but unfortunately, Dire just outplaying them at every step. With some really good fissures, some really good echo stamps coming out from the Earthshaker. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter. Now, what do you think about the Aghanim Scepter over here? Wouldn't you prefer like a 4-staff at this point? Because do you think they can really push high ground right now?
On who? On Invoker?
On the Earthshaker.
Interesting choice. Yeah, I would have personally. I would have gone
Rush
for
is
the
going to be
first
spotted
star.
out. He gets a BKB up and ready though. Yule Scepter coming out from Shadowfiend. He gets it over there, and Rush is going to be going down. He gets his Omni Slash out and ready, but there's 5 people. That's 6 units over there, and in the end, it's going to be Healing Ward soon to follow, and Roshan taken down about what, third of his HP already. Darius going to be happy to take that, but oh, Radiant's moving in for a team fight though. They don't want to let go of this uncontested. The stun coming out onto Light 55. Blitzerine might be going down over here as Queen of Pain gets the ulti out but doesn't get a single kill. Huge Echo Slam coming out onto 2, along with the Fissure getting both the supports out. Invoker getting the Meteor out as well, along with the Deafening Blast pushing the Venom to the low ground. Tornado though kind of disrupted the team fight over there a little bit, but stun coming out onto the Morphling. Will he be able to get the stun? Gets him onto the high ground, and that's going to be Light 55 going down as well. Boris using the waveform for good measure. And in the end, that's going to be Roshan and a full team wipe for Justin Earthshaker. Like, look over to the network graph, man. That's 13,000 and 16,000 experience speed. 25 minutes in, the Dire is dominating this game. PPB were the favorites moving into the game, but Envy showing that they're here and they're here to stay.
Who won game 1, by the way?
I believe PPB did. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cast that though.
Oh. So at least they're not out of the tournament yet. I think this game is more or less over for them. I think it's more about Dia ending this game than Radiant just can't stop them at the moment. Just
honestly, at this point, I think. Wait, firstly, before anything else, I'm gonna criticize the Skylight Mage choice in levels. I'm not sure that the second point in Concussive Short is worth it. At this point, I just say Ghost Dance, man. Like 114 Ghost Dance. Oh, Tornado coming out along with the Meteor and the Deafening Blast, both getting juked though. Unfortunately, no chance getting next level. The Delta Split is real. Dagon though on the Morphling, so I guess that answers what we were thinking about him. Look at the Morphling, man. Just look at him attack. It's like casually, oh, bring back my arm, bring it back ahead. It looks like he's having the time of his life.
he went for Dagon, the Morphling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly though, I still say that Radiant has a shot at this game. What they need to do right now is they need to get a good smoke and maybe a tier 1 tower off of that. Get some map control back, get some aggressive wards up, because the Dire does not have a gem right now. And because of that, they do still have the capability of taking this game back. They've taken their map control back. And if they do manage to do that, oh, Invoker though, Ghost Walk already invoked, trying to bait out the Omni Slash, but Rush sees it invoke and doesn't do it. There is no dust, of course, there is no detection on any of the Radiant support, but really at this point, if they get a good smoke up, if they kill the Shadowfiend, the Invoker, even the Earthshaker, who's pretty far from himself, he probably has a nice little streak going for him, and they transition that into a tier 1 tower, who knows, maybe with some good warding, they do have the potential to come back. Of course, they have very, very good high ground defense in the Queen of Pain, Aghanims, and the Venomancer ward, so not a lot of this showing just yet. Refresher Orb though, coming from the Shadowfiend. Uh-oh. That's going to be a lot of burst damage out onto 1 or 2 heroes, and oh, Blinking, ultimate going out immediately. Will he refresh and blink? Will he refresh and blink? No, he will not. Unfortunately, he is not MLG enough. But the Sunstrike getting juked once again, and Amu blinking away to safety. That would have been so cool if he blinked, if he refresh blinked. Just to spite Amu. Looks like this middle tier 2 tower will be going down pretty soon though. Oh, tornado coming out. Unfortunately, Echo Slam. But the Dagon coming up, and Morphing's gonna be going down over here. But Waveform's away. BKB coming out from Rush. He's going in, going onto the Invoker. Will he get the kill? No, he will not. He's forced to run away over here. Moss Command is on. Will he go down? Yes, he will. No buyback on any of the 3 heroes. This might be GG over here, ladies and gentlemen. If not GG, at least 1 or 2 lanes of racks. I mean, at least Radiant have the tier 2 tower at the bottom lane. You know, that means they can't really go for the bottom racks just yet. But Ogre's gonna be back pretty soon, so is Venomancer, but really the big factor over here is the fact that Tornado coming out, and along with the Sunstrike, that's gonna be a Dagon kill with Blizzard getting the last hit with the E-Rays. Okay, game 1 was won by Dire, so looks like PPB, this might be their last run in the tournament. Some friendly ult coming out from something, a good old banner. Blinking ulti coming out, and Seth is not a happy banana indeed. But really at this point I think it kind of goes back to the Venomancer pick and of course the supports. They did a lot but just wasn't enough. A few disastrous team fights with amazing finishes coming out from Zed's Bug, and that's really all they needed to win this game. I want to say win this game, but no chance, trying to prove me wrong over here as he blinks away from the concussive shot, getting a casual EMP thrown out in the middle though. I like how he's zoning out literally all of the Radiant team on his own because no one has detection, so they know they can't kill him. Just invoker things, man. Okay, detection. The dust! It happened! This is okay, unfortunately with the ultimate Yule Scepter coming out, and that might be enough to be able to Silencer comes up immediately though, and Orchid, not Orchid, will he get the kill? Blinks away just in time as the Omni Sash comes out onto the Morphling. Morphling's gonna be going down. Blizzard soon be bashed up, but no, Magic Missile coming out on a Rush. Rush gets BKB used up by the I can't even cast this anymore, like I'm done, man. I can't follow team fights. Game is hard. 2-2-2 goes down though, unfortunately. Sunstrike not getting the kill over there. It's a triple kill coming out from the Shadow Fiend.
Just so painful to watch, man.
Yeah. GG is called from the Radiant, and at this point, you can't really blame them as PPB, they had a good run in the tournament, and unfortunately that run is over. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the PK Dota Inaugural Winter 2015. Thank you for joining me, Tor. This has been T-Time Dota, and Tor bringing to you PPB versus NB Gaming. PPB will advance to the semi-finals, and those should be held sometime this week, and hopefully the finals as well should be done by the weekend, maybe by the next weekend. Tor, do you have any shoutouts to give?
Yeah, thank you, Malt, for everything. Yeah, whatever.
Hahaha, good old Malt, but yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is T-Time Dota signing me out. You can check me out over at T-Time Dota, twitter.com/@TTimeDota, twitch.tv/@TTimeDota. Thank you for watching. This is T-Time tuning out.